Alright, so I'm doing precision asthma obviously, so in the United States, over 25 million people have asthma, and half of those people suffer from asthma attacks each year. So it is very important for us as concerned citizens to avoid triggering people's asthma, because that makes you a bad person. So yeah, so what I'll be covering here is kind of an overview of what asthma is, and then what some triggers, and then treatments of asthma, and things that they do with that. So first, let's move on to asthma. what it is. So the comprehensive medical terminology 4th edition textbook defines asthma as a paroxysmal dyspnea accompanied by wheezing caused by a spasm of the bronchial tubes or by swelling of their mucous membrane. And you might be thinking, well, what the heck does that mean? And it means you can't breathe. Basically, what happens here is that, well, on the next slide here, here's an image from the National Institutes of Health, their Medline Plus magazine. This would be a normal airway, and as you can see, it's very open, so air is freely able to move within and out. And this is a person with asthma in their airways, and this is what it is on average. And when they get an asthma attack, it can even constrict to the point where no air is able to flow through, which, is not a good thing, because we need air to survive. So we're going to move on to triggers now, things that trigger asthma. And it's not these kind of triggers. It's more the things that induce an asthma attack. And so the Mayo Clinic has gone through and ever so nicely listed out a few of these triggers. And you got like pollens, airborne substances like dust, pollens, smoke. When people smoke and blow it in my face, I want to punch them in the throat. I probably should have mentioned this before, but yeah, I have asthma. I'm sure many of you guys know that. So I deal with a lot of this. But physical activity, there's something called exercise-induced asthma, and that's like where people do strenuous physical activity, and it causes them to, have an attack. Now that can be avoided by continuous physical activity, like getting yourself to the point where you're in shape. Now, obviously, I'm not in shape. I don't have physical asthma. I don't have EIA, so I'm just fat and I don't like to run. And my body tells me that. So, and then like cold air, like it says there, when you breathe in the cold air, it really, really can irritate people's lungs. And I've had instances where I'd be walking into school on like a nice mid-winter day, and the wind's blowing, and I'm like breathing in all this cold air, and then the second I make it to the door, I can't breathe all of a sudden. Yeah, it's not fun. It feels like when people have asthma attacks, it feels like your chest is on fire and you can't breathe, and then your adrenaline starts pumping because you can't breathe, and your body's like, hey, this isn't cool, guys, we need to fix this. And then, if you don't go to the ER, because you should obviously go to the ER if you can't breathe, then you go into shock and die. If you don't make it to the ER, that's probably your own fault, because you're being stupid. Air pollution and stress. Air pollution is a much bigger problem than it was a while ago, obviously, and it's starting to show because now the EPA released a statement where it outlined there was an increase of like 18% of the amount of people who have asthma in the United States in relation to like the 1970s. And then with the stress and stuff, if you're a special snowflake, you're going to have an asthma attack if you have asthma, because I mean that's just our world today. Yeah. And then there's other things. I mean, obviously you can choke on food, and that will trigger an asthma attack. Anything that gets deep enough down there that's not supposed to get down in your trachea will probably trigger an asthma attack. Asthma is a long-term disease that does not have a cure. There are many treatments that you can do to control your symptoms, but you're never going to get rid of asthma. You're always going to live with it. Actually, with that being said, though, you can grow out of it, and I'm not it's kind of one of those things that you can grow out of a lot of diseases, and asthma is one of those diseases that you can just all of a sudden you're well enough to be you. But you can do a few things to stay on top of your symptoms, prevent yourself from going into the ER because of an attack. You can, if you start to get a cold or pneumonia or something like that, any upper respiratory diseases, probably want to get on top of that because that can go on and trigger an attack. And then you want to avoid triggers, obviously, and following an asthma action plan, which is talking with your care providers and stuff like that, about getting help whenever you need it, like a school nurse or stuff like that. And then preventive medicine, like an inhaler here. They're not nerdy, guys, I promise. It looks like it, but we need them to live. And so I just covered, what asthma is, a brief overview of that, and then what can trigger it, and the treatments that they use. And I hope that now you guys know how to not be that person who triggers someone asthma by mistake or on purpose if you're that kind of person.